Chiefs Kingdom. Listen to the silence reverberating through the hollowed concourse of Jayha Field at Arrowhead. Do you feel that? It is the cold, unforgiving shiver of an early February without a playoff game. Since 2014, we have owned the winter. Since 2014, the road to the Lombardi ran through the loudest stadium on the planet. But today, the Red Sea is still. The drums are silent. A 6-11 campaign has stripped the crown from our heads and left us staring into the abyss of uncertainty. We are witnessing the fragility of greatness, the moment where the dynasty breathes heavily, battered by the brutal reality of the NFL parody machine. Our king, Patrick Mahomes, is trapped in the grueling labyrinth of ACL rehab, and the architects at One Arrowhead Drive are swinging the scalpel. The standard of the Hunt family is non-negotiable, and right now, that standard has been breached. But before we go into the lab and break down the tape of this secondary surgery, you need to join the Kingdom ranks. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and let your voice be heard in the comments. Is the Kingdom still the gold standard, or is the throne officially sliding? I'm reading every single one of your takes. Listen to the brutal, clinical reality. Brett Veach is staring at a mountain of debt. We are talking about a deficit of $54.5 million, the worst salary cap situation in the entire National Football League. This is not a hole, it is a crater. And in the midst of this financial chaos, the chopping block is glowing crimson. On this Monday, February 2nd, 2026, the news has broken. Christian Fulton, the LSU product we brought in to anchor the boundary, is likely headed for the exit ramp after just one disappointing season. Fulton came to Kansas City on a 2-year, $20 million deal after redefining his career with the Chargers. We thought we had secured a lockdown asset, but durability is a cruel teacher. Injuries ravaged his 2025 campaign, limiting him to a mere 8 games. And when he was on the field, the production was ghostly. He didn't look like the player who earned that salary. Now, with Veach desperate to find cap compliance by the March 11th deadline, cutting Fulton saves $5 million. It's not a total fix, but it is the first stitch in a very deep wound. Let's get clinical on the chalkboard. The tactical layering here is PhD level. Spagnuolo's simulated pressure looks rely on corners who can hold the edge in blitz zero packages. If Fulton is cut, the burden shifts to the youth. We are talking about a secondary that might also lose Trent McDuffie to a trade or Jalen Watson to free agency. In 2026, we have to protect the knee of a rehabilitating Mahomes. That means the defense cannot leave the offense in third and long holes. We need the 12 personnel mismatch strategies to work, but if our secondary can't stop a nosebleed, it won't matter how many option routes Travis Kelce runs. But Fulton is just the beginning. The list of potential casualties at One Arrowhead Drive is ghastly. Mike Dana, Jalen Moore, and yes, even the names that make the Kingdom tremble, Jawan Taylor and his massive contract. There are even whispers about Trent McDuffie and the unthinkable Chris Jones. Veach is performing financial autopsy. Every contract is being dissected. Every player's cap-to-production ratio is under the microscope. Inside the building at One Arrowhead Drive, the tension is visceral. One high-ranking AFC West executive told me the Chiefs are paralyzed. They're $54.5 million in the red, and their secondary is about to take a massive hit. If they cut Fulton, they're betting the farm on rookies. That's a dangerous game to play in a division with Justin Herbert and Bo Nix. A veteran scout whispered, Veach has to be ruthless. Fulton was a bad value from day one. Releasing him is a no-brainer, but it's just the appetizer. The main course is restructuring Mahomes for the 10th time. A third league insider added, Mahomes is already hitting the film room with Julie Freimeyer and Eric Bieniemy. He knows the defense might be younger and more vulnerable in 2026. He's taking those mental reps and treating them like the Super Bowl. Finally, an anonymous coach admitted, losing a veteran like Fulton isn't just about the stats, it's about the depth. If McDuffie gets traded to create space, this secondary could be the Achilles heel of the 2026 hunt. Think about the biographical DNA. Patrick Mahomes has the transcendent vision of Len Dawson, but in 2026, he needs the pure, unadulterated grit of Derek Thomas to survive this rehab. And Chris Jones, we need interior devastation that rivals Buck Buchanan. We are linking the DNA of the 60s dominance to a 2026 reality where every dollar matters. Xavier Worthy has game-breaking speed, but if the defense is giving up 40 points a game because we had to gut the secondary for cap space, the speed won't save us. The 60s Chiefs built a legacy on stout defense and innovative attack, but in the modern age, the salary cap is a more ferocious opponent than the Oakland Raiders ever were. Veach has to navigate a landscape where the Chiefs are 32nd in cap space. It is a ruthless economy. Releasing Fulton frees up cash, but it creates a hole on the depth chart that must be filled by the draft or low-cost veterans. It is the ultimate balancing act. We are at a crossroads. The 2026 offseason is the reckoning. We are facing a roster in flux, a cap deficit that would make a billionaire flinch, and a conference that has officially caught up. But this is Brett Veach's arena. He has to be surgical. He has to be ruthless. The Red Sea never reconsiders. We reload. We rebuild. We reign. How about those Chiefs? We stand until the final whistle. We fight until the clock hits 0. The kingdom is tested. The crown is bent. But we are Kansas City, and the hunt for 2026 has officially begun. The dynasty isn't dead, it's just evolving. Fulton might be gone, Mahomes is counting down, and the chopping of wood has commenced. We are the kingdom, and the kingdom stands united.